welcome to episode 48 of Out of Wenger's Shadow on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I've got the final two games in the Ligue season for you, at home to Brest and at home to Lens. So let's get straight into it, and the team to face Brest is coming up in just a moment. Okay, so here is the reason why we're back so early. As you can see, we have had a boardroom takeover. We've got a tycoon. So let's have a look at the finances and see how they look now. As you can see, we've got a really healthy bank balance, £120 million in the bank. And they have left me with a transfer budget of £33.5 million. A wage budget of £1.7 million a week. So plenty of money available to strengthen the squad. So I'll be back in a moment to show you what the squad looks like at the opening of the transfer window in June. Okay, it is the 1st of July now, and as you can see, the transfer business has already started. We are still currently showing you the transfer page from last season because two players left very early in the transfer window. Hakan Haraldsson's gone to Outdo for £15 million, and Oliver Skip has joined Manchester City for £38 million. We move on to the current season, and there have been more departures. Jonathan David refused a new contract and joined West Ham on a free transfer. Likewise, Angelino refused a new deal and went to Al Riyadh on a free. Yusuf Yaziki the same to Galatasaray. And Festia Baseli has been bought by Bologna for an initial £3.8 million, rising to £4.2 million. So let's have a look at the squad as it stands now. And as you can see, we've got three goalkeepers in the squad. Castiles is here but out of contract. I am going to try to get him to sign a new one. Arsene I am hoping to get rid of, even though he's got another 2 years on his deal. And Wally Yonk remains our first choice keeper at the age of just 20. On to the right backs, and we've only got one now, which is Yusuf Gazibegovic, so we clearly need to bring one in. And centre backs, we've got Gabia, Dirki, Riyad and Yoro, so we're all right for central defenders. In terms of left backs, we've only got one, and that's Alex Valle, so we need to bring in another one. We don't have any nominal defensive midfielders, so I'm going to be looking to bring in a couple of those. In central midfield, we've got three. We've got Bacciarina, Aslani and Tom Bischoff, so we're going to be looking to add one in there. On the right hand side of the front three, we've got Edinger Grover and Thiago Santos, both of whom are good enough for first team football. On the left hand side of the front three, Veron and Sotil, both good enough for first team football. So we're not looking to add to either of those positions. Up front, we have the 3-star Faris and the 4-star Arezzo. So probably not going to look for anything else in terms of strikers, although we may look to promote somebody potentially from the youth team to sit on the bench occasionally. So with the squad rounded up for you, I'll be back in a moment to show you the first batch of transfer arrivals. Okay, time to show you the first two signings that we've made in this transfer window. So first in was Jarell Hatto from Ajax. The total package is 37 million, rising to 64 million, but nowhere near all of that is being paid up front. We have put most of it on instalments. So let's have a look at Jarell Hatto, and he is a left back and centre back, but I want him to play as a left back, so that's what I'm training him to do. And he is 23, yet to win a cap for the Dutch national team, but we want to change that. He's got loads of under 21 caps, and he's worth well over £100 million. So I think we've got a great deal there. He's 3 stars of current ability, 3.5 stars of potential, and he is going to be a big part of our squad this season. And the second player to come in, another one that's been done on instalments, Hervé Martini, 65 million, rising to 115, but as I say, nowhere near all of that is up front. And Hervé Martini is a right back. He is 3.5 stars of current ability, 5 stars of potential, and he's 21 years old. And as I say, he's a right back, so that's the second major position we needed strengthening. And this time, I think we've got ourselves an absolute superstar. So I'll be back in a moment to show you the next set of arrivals. Okay, it's now the 17th of July and time for the next transfer update. Another 2 players have arrived in David Ozo and Silvano Vosch, but as you can see, we've seen another one go out the door as well in Gautier Larsener, who's gone to Sochaux for £1 million. So taking the transfers in, so we'll start with David Ozo, who joins for a total package of 15.75 million from Leicester. And David Ozo is a defensive midfielder, 2.5 stars of current ability, 3 stars of potential. He's 24, capped for England under 21s, yet to win a full international cap, but I'm hoping we can change that for him. And the other arrival is Silvano Vosch from Ajax, who is another defensive midfielder, but this time he can also play in central midfield as well. And he's 24, capped 20 times for the Dutch under 21s, and would love to get him a full international appearance. 2.5 stars of current ability, 3 stars of potential. So another solid player, not a superstar, but so that's 2 decent defensive midfielders. And I'll be back in a moment with the next batch of transfers. Okay, it is now the 5th of August and pre-season is basically over, so time to confirm the final state of play with transfers. We haven't had any more arrivals or departures since the last update, so I'll show you the squad as it stands now. And you will notice at least one name in there that isn't familiar to you. I'll come to that one in a moment. So in goal, we've got Casteels and Wally Yonk, with Yonk being the first choice keeper. Casteels is out of contract but still here, so I'll keep him on as the backup for now. At right back, we've got Gazibegovic and new signing Hervé Martini. At centre back, we've got Gabia, we've got Diakite, we've got Riyad, and we've got Yoro. Jarell Hato comes in, as we already said, as the second left back alongside Alex Valle. We've then got David Ozo, who is a defensive midfielder. Martin Bacciarina, Christian Aslani, and Tom Bischoff are our central midfielders, with Silvano Vosch, the other player who's come in as a defensive midfielder, even though he's listed as a midfielder there. Moving on to the right side of the front three, Jagrova and Santos. And then we've got Veron and Sotil on the left, and Faris and Arezzo joined up front by Exos Atipo, who we have promoted from the youth team. As you can see, he's 1.5 stars of current ability, but 5 stars of potential. I'm going to give him time off the bench, and hopefully he'll develop with training with the first team. And I'll be back in a moment to show you the results we've achieved in pre-season. Okay, well, as you can see, it's been a bit of a mixed bag in pre-season. We started off with a disappointing 2-2 draw away to Tromsø. We then played Leicester on our tour of England and lost 2-0. We then drew 1-1 with Crystal Palace before picking up a 2-0 win over Ipswich, and finished the tour of England with a very creditable 1-1 draw with Manchester City. We then finished the pre-season friendlies with a 13-0 thumping of local non-league side SCO Rubai 59. So as I say, a bit of a mixed bag in pre-season, and as you can see, we do have one more game left before the Ligue season starts, and that is the Trophée des Champions. I'm going to show you that in a moment, but before I do, let's take a look at the predicted league table. So here we go, and the season preview says we're going to finish third. So I hope that's incorrect. The worrying thing is that PSG have all 11 players in the Team of the Year prediction this year. So the Media Dream 11. All 11 are PSG players, so it's going to be a hell of a job for anyone to stop them winning the league. So with that done, I'll leave the pre-season update there, and I'll be back in just a moment to show you the Trophée des Champions. Okay, here is the team to face Paris Saint-Germain in the Trophée des Champions, and it is Yonk in goal. Back four is new signing Hato, Riyad, Yoro, and new signing Martini. And new signing Ozo comes in at the base of midfield, with Bischoff and Aslani ahead of him, Sotil on the left, Jagrova on the right, and Arezzo up front. So we'll submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant thinks the fans deserve the trophy and we should go out there and win it for them. So let's pump the fists and agree with him. And let's get out there and see if we can get a trophy to start the season. So here goes. Players are emerging from the tunnel. We'll skip all the preamble and get straight into the match. As you can see, PSG have gone with a 4-3-3, same as ours. And with 10 minutes gone, they are dominating, but it's still 0-0, so everything to play for. But Kolo Muani has stolen the ball back. Rodrigo to Wirtz, and Wirtz shoots over the bar. Highlight comes to an end, and we survive the first big scare. And it would be nice if we could have a shot on target. And Aslani has picked up a knock, and in fact he's showing as injured. So I am going to get him off as soon as this highlight is done. And it is Hakimi playing it back to Petrovic. Ugarte to Mendes, into Zaire Emery. Out to the right hand side for Rodrigo, who pulls it back. And we've conceded a penalty. Zagrova fouling Zaire Emery. And stepping up for the penalty is Kylian Mbappe. And he sends the keeper the wrong way. It is Paris Saint-Germain 1, Lille 0. So not the first half we wanted. And we're behind, and deservedly so, really. And if we can get to half-time at 1-0, that will be okay. And we'll have a word and try and sort things out. I'll get Aslani off at half-time. He's clearly not going to be coming out for the second half. And it is Arezzo standing over the free kick. Surely it's too wide for a shot. He's gone for it. And he's clipped the top of the bar. That's a great effort. And the highlight comes to an end with it at half-time. Paris Saint-Germain 1, Lille 0. So let's go in the dressing room. And we have to be better in front of goal, absolutely. So in terms of changes, the injured Aslani for Bacciarina. I might try Bacciarina at the base of midfield. In fact, it makes absolutely no difference. But I will put him in there anyway. And I will also give Matteo Gabbia a run out at the back in place of, in fact, change of plan. No, I'm going to go with it. Riyad off, Gabbia on, and that will do for now. So we'll get out there for the second half, and let's demand more, and see if we can fire the lads up and turn those faces a darker shade of green. Hasn't worked, unfortunately. And we're going to need to take off Zagrova and Sotil. So Veron will come on the right. And Faris will come on the left-hand side. Zaire Emery bursting forward, plays it back to Rodrigo, who finds Mendes. Hakimi keeps it and finds Upamecano. Hakimi into Wirtz, and the ball goes behind for a goal kick. The highlight comes to an end. Martini with the throw in to Ozo, so we can build an attack finally. Yoro plays it into Veron. Yoro again plays it back to the keeper. Yonk to Gabbia, who dwelt on the ball but does get it out to Hato. Into Faris Mbanya. Plays it to Hato, who shoots and forces the save. So we've got ourselves a corner. And ideally I do need to take Hato off because of injury. But Arezzo's playing really poorly. So I'm going to bring on Atipo, the youngster, and give him 15 minutes against PSG to see what he can do. And it's Zaire Emery pulling it back to Mendes, who is dispossessed by Ozo, bursting forward down the right-hand side. He's going to need help, and he's given the ball away. Ugarte comes forward, plays it to Mbappe. Upamecano into midfield. And we briefly win it back, but Hakimi has it again. Rodrigo back to Ugarte. Into Mendes. Ugarte to Upamecano. into Mbappe, dispossessed by Martini, but finds Mendes, and it's crossed in, and Hato makes the block almost on the line, so we concede the corner. A lot better than conceding a goal though. And it's played into the box, headed away. Mbappe to Mendes, and the highlight comes to an end. Martini with the throw-in to Ozo, bursting forward, gets the cross in, and it's over everyone. Hato keeps it in, crosses it into the middle. Mendes heads clear, and Mbappe will bring it clear. He's forced backwards to Upamecano, but then receives the ball back again. Zaire Emery into Rodrigo, and Rodrigo settles the issue. 2-0 to PSG. Game over with 12 minutes to go. We ain't coming back from that. So we're going to go cautious from here on in. And hopefully we can stop them scoring again. So here we go. Into the last couple of minutes. Bacciarina's corner. It's too low. Doesn't clear the first man. Hakimi brings it clear. Plays it to Mbappe, who's in on the back four. Gabia gives it straight back to Mbappe, who crosses. And the volley hits the post. Bacciarina clears. Mumbanya brings it over halfway, but gives it away. And the highlight comes to an end. And that is full time. PSG 2, Lille 0. And we'll watch PSG collect the trophy before we round up the episode. And here we go. They are being handed the trophy. And it is being lifted high into the air. There it goes. The fireworks explode into the sky. The ticker tape falls. And I will leave them to their celebrations. We'll be back in a moment to round up the episode by telling you what's coming up on the next one. Okay, time to round up the episode then by telling you what is coming up on the next one. And I am obviously going to bring you the first two games of the season. And this season it's two home games. We're at home to Le Havre in game 1 and at home to Nice in game 2. And if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.